Welcome to episode 45 of ECTEL Bytes. The show is a production of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, and I'm your host, Coretta Crookstraws, ECTEL's Communications and Media Relations Manager. Thank you so much for joining us. Our guest for today's show is no stranger to ECTEL Bytes. Every time she joins us, she provides fascinating insights into the innovative and impactful work being carried out by the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, or the NTRC, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to empower communities and improve the lives of its people. It's my pleasure to welcome back to ECTEL Bytes Ms. Rhea Lewis, the Consumer and Public Relations Manager at the NTRC in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Welcome back, Rhea.
Thank you, Carissa. A pleasant good afternoon to you and all of our viewers and listeners.
Okay. So on May 27th, 2026, that's recently, the NTRC St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Flow signed the contract for the Digital Resilience, Inclusion, Virtual Access and Empowerment Project, or DRIVE project for short, under the Universal Service Fund. Tell us more about that project. What are its main objectives and how will it improve digital access and opportunities for people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Okay, so the DRIVE project, as you mentioned, stands for Digital Resilience, Inclusion, Virtual Access, and Empowerment, or better known as DRIVE, is one of the NTRC's Universal Service Fund initiatives for 2026, and it was designed to ensure that every Vincentian, regardless of their financial circumstances, their background, whether they have a disability or not, has greater access to reliable digital services. So in this project, applicants would receive broadband internet service of 50 megabytes download speed and 10 megabytes upload speed for a period of 2 years at a cost of $20. And they would also receive one laptop, as well as the opportunity for either the applicant or another member of that household to complete a training course. Participation in the training course is optional. It's not a requirement of the program. However, you would be getting the laptop and the internet service. And in order for you to qualify for this program, the household must meet at least one of the following criteria. So you must not have had internet within the last 3 months. You must qualify for public assistance, or you must have at least one student, one elderly person, or a disabled person in the home.
Okay. And roughly, can you say, or is it too soon, how many persons you'll be targeting under the project, Rhea?
At this point, we do not have a target.
Okay. But persons have been applying though?
Yes.
Okay, awesome, excellent. So the DRIVE project is one of several initiatives being funded through the Universal Service Fund. Could you share some of the other USF projects the NTRC is implementing and the impact they are having on communities across the country?
Okay, so the Universal Service Fund supports several initiatives that help bridge the digital divide through St. Vincent and Grenadines, 12 St. Vincent and Grenadines. One of our largest initiatives under the USF is the Schools Project. So we currently provide high-speed internet to all schools across the country. Just to give you an idea, there are 107 secondary and primary schools in St. Vincent and Grenadines. And this project was launched in 2011. And since then, we have continued to evolve with the participating schools now benefiting from significantly faster speeds than we had originally started with. Another important initiative is the Police and Health Center project, which improves connectivity at the police stations and health centers, enabling more efficient delivery of public services. Another, beyond the infrastructure, we also continue to invest in people through initiatives such as My App Summer Program, the iCode competition, the Girls in ICT Day, and our annual bursary program, all of which help to develop the country's digital skills and assist persons who may not be as fortunate. are as easily accessible when it comes to getting internet service. So collectively, all of these programs are under the USF projects that we implement.
Okay, impressive list, Rhea. Okay, the annual My App Summer program has become a highly anticipated initiative for young people. Registration has now closed, but can you tell us what can persons expect this year and from when the program will run?
Okay, so the My App Summer program, yes, registration has closed. The program will run from July 13th up until August 14th, and we are expecting to have that in three cohorts or three locations this year. So the first location is Union Island Secondary School. That would begin on July 13th, and that would run for 2 weeks. Then we start the St. Joseph Convent Mariacourt, which would begin on July 27th. And following that, there was one in Kingston at St. Vincent Grammar School that would begin on August 7th. Sorry, August 3rd. So we are expecting 65 students across all three locations, and participants from age 13 to 18 would learn coding using the microbit, robotics, engineering concepts, local thinking and problem solving through practical hands-on activities. In addition to that, these students would also design and build and program the robots to complete coding challenges and work collaboratively or in groups throughout the program. We also have a field trip scheduled for the students as well as a fun day. So we're not just, back into school setting. We also want to have a little bit of fun for the program as well, make it fun for the students. Our aim is not just to teach technical skills, but also to inspire the creativity, innovation, and teamwork of those students.
Do you often find that you have repeat campers or you typically have new people signing up every year?
Typically, we do have new students, but once or twice you would find one or two students who want to repeat the program. We do allow them to do that.
Okay, all right. So the NTRC hosts several outreach initiatives throughout the year, particularly for young people. Why is it important to engage students at an early age on ICT topics, Rhea?
Well, technology continues to reshape every aspect of our lives. Digital skills are always essential, and they are becoming even more essential regardless of whatever career path you choose. So, by exposing students to coding, robotics, and other emerging technologies at an early age, we help them to develop critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, and collaboration skills that would extend beyond the classroom. So our goal is to encourage students to become creators of technology rather than simply consumers of the technology. And these programs they also help to build the next generation of innovators, the entrepreneurs, the ICT professionals who would then contribute to the country's future development in St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Okay, excellent. So the NTRC is also inviting the public to take a trip down memory lane through its communication devices through the year's photo contest. What inspired this competition and who is eligible to participate?
Okay, so we are celebrating 25 years since the NTRC in St. Vincent was first incepted. So we wanted to invite the public in celebrating that anniversary with us by sharing the evolution of telecommunications. So you can share photographs of communication devices from years gone by, from rotary telephones, pagers, early mobile devices, other historic devices, as well as the current ones. So it's not just the technology from before, but we're also asking persons to submit photos of even current technology devices. And the competition is open to residents of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's open to anybody of any age. Once you submit a photo and you are placed in the top three, then the first prize would be $500 EC, second place is 300 EC, and third place is 200 EC. We also have an internal committee that is going to select an additional 9 photos. And in all, we would have 12 photos being featured in the NTRC's 2027 calendar. How you can apply or how you can enter, you just take your photo and you submit that photo directly to the NTRC's email, that is ntrc@ntrc.bc, with your name, your contact number, and whatever relevant information to that entry.
And all of that information is on your social media, which you could share with us a little later. All right. Okay, so consumer education is an important part of the NTRC's work. What are some of the most common misconceptions consumers have about telecommunication services, and what advice would you give to help them make more informed decisions?
One very common misconception that people have, consumers, is that the NTRC is responsible for every single service issue that a customer experience. I have encountered, being the consumer manager as well, I have encountered some customers, they want to file complaints for issues that are more civil than directly related to their customer service provider. I don't want to share any exact examples of what these complaints could be, but some of these complaints, they are supposed to be directed to the police and not the NTRC. So that is one common misconception that customers have. And I also would like to highlight that customers should always first report their complaints directly to their telecommunications service provider. And then if the matter cannot be resolved satisfactorily there, then the NTRC is able or available to investigate and assist the customer with that complaint. We also encourage the consumers to carefully review your contracts, understand the services that you're purchasing, monitor your usage, ask questions before signing agreements. As an informed consumer, you are better equipped to make sound decisions and avoid misunderstandings between you and the service provider.
Okay. And again, I remember the last time you were on the show, you had shared with us the proper mechanism for lodging a complaint. And that information again is also probably on your
Also
website.
available on
And
the website,
yeah,
yes.
okay. All right. So reliable and affordable connectivity is more important than ever for education, business, and everyday life. From the NTRC's perspective, what progress has St. Vincent and the Grenadines made in expanding digital inclusion, and where do you see the greatest opportunities for further improvement?
So through the Universal Service Fund projects, these schools now have substantially faster internet. Public Wi-Fi has expanded across the country through the online 24/7 project. So you have public spaces where you can access Wi-Fi. It's not just limited to police stations, health centers, or the schools. However, those institutions also continue to benefit from improved connectivity. And then the new initiatives like Drive will make internet access more affordable for households, especially those more vulnerable households. Looking ahead, our priorities would remain in expanding affordable broadband access, improving digital literacy, because we do conduct some training exercises to ensure that Vincentians, regardless of your location or your financial background, can participate in digital economy. So that is what we are looking to improve on in the future.
All right, sounds good. So finally, what's next for the NTRC? Are there any other upcoming projects or programs or events that the public should look forward to over the next coming months?
We are preparing for our 13th annual iCode 784 competition. This competition would challenge students to develop innovative or technological solutions to real-world problems by developing an app, and that problem is a problem that could be affecting either both the private or the public sector. It is open to students, secondary school students, as well as persons under the age of 35. We also continue to implement the Universal Service Fund fund projects. We also continue consumer education initiatives and activities such as commemorating our 25th anniversary. So we are looking to give back to the community as well as recognize the persons who have been instrumental in getting the NTRC to where we are today as we celebrate 25 years in 2026.
All right. So as you wrap up, any closing remarks and probably tell persons where they can access more information about the work you're doing?
I would firstly like to thank the public for their continued support of the NTRC and our various programs and initiatives. I encourage everybody to follow the NTRC, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or subscribe to our YouTube page. Our handle is NTRC SVG. You can also visit our website for more information. That is www.ntrc.vc, and stay informed about our upcoming programs and initiatives. Together, we can continue to build a more connected, innovative, and digitally inclusive St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
All right. Thank you for that, Rhea. So the last time we didn't do this, I've started it, and I'm hoping you'll participate. It's called a rapid fire segment. Are you up for it? Where I
Yeah,
just ask a question and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
okay.
Okay, what's one word you hope attendees would take away from the My App Summer program this year? One word.
Fun.
Okay.
Fun.
All right. If you weren't working in telecommunications, what career would you choose?
Something that involves traveling for sure.
Okay. What's the best piece of professional advice you've ever received?
If you don't know how to do something, pretend you do until you actually do.
Okay. All right. And I read your bio and I learned that you like to travel based on that response as well. So window seat or aisle seat?
Window seat.
And one Caribbean destination everybody should visit.
I want to say St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but being from here and already experienced in St. Vincent, I would like to travel to Dominica.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, good one. All right. Thanks for playing along, Rhea.
You
So
know,
So, Rhea, thank you once again for joining us at ECTEL Bytes and for sharing these valuable insights into the initiatives being undertaken by the NTRC in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We appreciate the work you and your team continue to do to harness the power of technology to improve lives and strengthen communities. And we wish you continued success and look forward to welcoming you back on ECTEL Bytes in the future.
thank you for having me.
So in case you joined us late, our special guest was Miss Rhea Lewis. She's the Consumer and Public Relations Manager at the NTRC in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you have any questions at all, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and we will be happy to reply. Apart from being on our Facebook page, this recording of ECTEL Bytes will also be on our YouTube channel, which is at ECTEL, and on Instagram, LinkedIn, and X at ECTEL Authority, and of course, on our website, which is www.ectel.int. So please share it with someone who may not be on social media. That's it for episode 45 of ECTEL Bytes. I'm your host, Coretta Cook-Strauss, ECTEL's Communications and Media Relations Manager. Until next time, do take care and keep safe.